morning everyone and welcome back to Elfin Homestead. To start off with this week, we're going to start by taking out the old fireplace in the snug. We are going to be keeping the fireplace because we want to put it back. Now I'm just going to go and get myself ready to start doing that, and I'll catch up with you once we make a start. I forgot to put the camera on. I'm just taking this fireplace out. All that is they put these on and fill them with concrete. So these aren't like pillars, they're filled with concrete. There's the side bit. In there. It's literally just filled with concrete. Look. So it's like filled up with stone concrete. So I can do that. So I'm keeping them. If it comes off like that, we can do that quite well.
If we keep it up.
Yeah, they're concrete. No, I'm trying to save the tonnage.
What's the O in there?
Concrete skills.
No?
What is it?
What?
Concrete. What have I done there concrete
The wood
for?
as well.
I know, it's like...
You're not sticky having it?
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I'll cut that bit out, don't worry.
Well, stand here then.
How are we pointing? So if we make it there, all that up to there.
That's what it's normally do by now.
Up to there is done. I couldn't go any further because of the fireplace. So you can see what's there, because I want to look at getting over that in. So that's going to... Hold that pillar just in case it moves.
Hold what? This?
That pillar, I don't want to fall and break them, you see.
No.
I want to know if this one comes out as one piece. Break it. Slate. So I might be able to get a slate repair kit. If not, we just have to make a concrete form for that bit. No. Slate. Right, that's the fireplace out. I'm now going to go and clean up all this mess, and then we're going to take some measurements to see if we can get a heating stove in. And I did manage to save most of that fireplace, which is good because we will be putting that back. I'll just go and clean up and I'll catch up with you after. Right, I've now had a bit of a clean up. I'm going to carry on now taking the rest of this fireplace out.
setting up stoves.
Yeah.
And then I put the size of the room in. I was looking at 8 kilowatts.
Yeah.
And it said you would roast alive with one that big in the room. So I've written down.
Very nice.
I've written all the 8 kilowatts down. And it said it recommended between 3 and 4 for a room this size. So I've got a couple of company names.
Right, good morning everyone. Yesterday we left off with me knocking out this fireplace, which you can see is all done now. I now have to go ahead and do some repair work on the fireplace because we are getting a heating stove to put in. Looking at possibly getting a 5 kilowatt as we think that might be the right size for this room. I think an 8 would be too much. It would probably cook us if we got an 8. Right, now then, the pointing I was doing yesterday as well. I've now knocked that back, as you can see. It's not turning out too bad, this pointing actually. Obviously that wall isn't finished. I'll just take you over to this corner here as well. Obviously it's still not dried out yet, being lime it takes a while. But that's the pointing done there as well. I've also got to do the repair work. Let me just take you up there as well, which I'm going to get to once I've done the pointing up to above where this brickwork is, on what used to be an old window. I assume it was an old window. So once I've pointed up to that level all the way round on this wall, then I'll go up the top there and do the repair work up there. Now let me just spin you round. Now, unfortunately, yesterday we was waiting for the electricians to come back to finish what they was doing, and for some unknown reason they didn't turn up, which is a bit disappointing, especially as they never messaged or anything to say that they weren't coming, which is a little bit disappointing. Hopefully they come today to finish up, because we really need to get this electric on, because the diesel is costing us a fortune to run that generator. Now I am using the tractor diesel, but it's still a lot of money every day. It was roughly about 20 euros a day we're using on diesel. Now then, what I'm going to do is make up another mix and carry on pointing this wall up to that line like I said, and then hopefully get on to doing some of this repair work on the chimney here, on the fireplace as well. Now we have kept the old fireplace, like I said we was going to. Let's just go into the other room. It's over there in the corner. Now we will be using this fireplace again. We're going to clean it all up and reuse it because we really like it. It's made from slate, so it's really heavy. Now, like I said, we'll just clean it up and we'll reuse that because we really like it. Unfortunately, let me take you back over. Unfortunately, we might possibly not be using them tiles again because taking it out, I broke a few, but it can't be helped. Right, let me go and get myself set up, and I'll bring you back in once I've got set up. Right, I'm back. I've done a bit more pointing. I didn't feel the need of filming it because once you've seen someone doing pointing, you've seen someone doing pointing. There's no point me dragging you through hours of that. Now then, that's what I've done so far this morning, is just doing a little bit around here, a little bit around the fireplace, and a little bit on that wall there now. Now, the electrician's been in contact. They are coming to finish off today and get the certificate sent off. Right, now then, what I'm going to do now is, because we've decided on a heating stove now, what I'm going to do now is make a form on the floor for the concrete base. Now I'm going to go ahead and make that now. Free falling. Yeah, where's my pencil? In the pocket. Let's go 510. 510. Yeah. What to do at this end? 510. Put on there. Just cut these. Marie has made me, look, Marie's made me some lovely cookies. She says they taste like, but I bet they don't. She's not wrong, they're very nice. Nail gun.
Jesus Christ, that scared the life out of me, that big back.
Right, that's the framework done, ready for the concrete to be laid. Let me just go ahead and show you what I've done. Now that's the framework that I've put down, ready to lay the concrete. Yes, you might think it's a little bit high, but we want a bit of a step off the ground because of doing the flooring as well. But we've not really decided what flooring we're going to go with at the moment. So a nice little step up will be fine. Right, I'm going to go ahead and see what my next job is, and I'll catch you in a bit. Morning everyone. Obviously it's another day. I turned the camera off yesterday because electricians turned up to finish what they were doing. Let me just go around the side and show you what they've done. Hopefully now we can get the ESP out, connect up to the meter. Right, excuse the noise of the generator. So this is what they've done. They've put a new fuse in here. They've left the tails for ESP to connect up. And we've also got some plugs that they put on outside. We've got one for the motorhome and this one is for the generator, because we have got a switchover switch on the fuse board, just in case we get any power cuts. So let me just take you inside the cottage now. Oh, it's a bit dark in here at the moment. Let me just turn some lights on. Right, so there's the consumer unit up there now. So that's all now wired in. They've put a couple of temporary sockets up there as well for us, Right, let's just spin you around. So now what we got to do is find ourselves a electrical supplier, and then they contact ESB to get us connected. So Marie's going to look into finding a electrical supplier today so we can get things on the move. What I'm going to be doing today is, I'll just spin you round, is I'm going to lay some concrete down for this bed that I want to put in for the stove that's coming to be fitted. So I need to pop out to probably Woodies or somewhere like that to go and get some cement and some building sand as well. But I'm just going to use sharp sand to build this bed. The building sand I need is to do some pointing up on the roof. So I'm just going to go out to Woodies and go and buy some cement, and we also need to pop to Tesco's anyway because we're running a bit low on supplies. And I'll catch you when we get back from Tesco's and Woodies. Well, I'm back from the shop now, where I popped out to go and get some essentials for lunch and dinners, and I also picked up a bag of cement as well. Now, what I'm going to be doing now is we're going to go ahead and lay some concrete down, ready for the log burner that's coming. But before I lay the concrete in there, I just want to put some stone in there to basically give the concrete something to bind to, and to not to use so much concrete in there. So I'm just going to go and fill that up with stone now, and then I'll go and mix up the concrete and bring that in and lay it down. So hopefully this goes all right. Okay, that should be enough stone in there. I'm just going to go and mix up the concrete now, and I'll be back with you as soon as I've mixed that up. Right, I've now got my first barrel load to pour in. Now let's go ahead and pour this one in. Right, let's get my trowel and start pushing this around. Right, I'll be back in a sec. I've just got to make up another mix. Right, here's my next barrel load. Hopefully that's the last barrel load. that's it. Concrete base laid. It's not exactly 100%, but by the time we've got it all tiled out and levelled out, it'll be fine. It's probably about 99% level. Let me go ahead and show you it. There we go. Concrete base laid. So I'm just going to leave that overnight to go off, maybe a couple of days before we take the wood off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to probably just call it quits for today, because the time is getting on a bit now and I am feeling a little bit hungry. So I'll probably catch you in the morning, where hopefully we take off the wood around the base. Right, see you in the morning. Right, morning everyone. So yesterday we left off with me putting that concrete bed down. So this morning I'm going to take the woodwork off around the concrete that I laid, and we're going to start looking at putting the fireplace back together. Right, let's go ahead and get this wood off around this concrete form that I made. Right, so there it is. Obviously it's not 100% dry yet, but it's dry enough for me to take the wood off around the sides. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to lay some slate on top, and then the fire will be sitting on top of that. But also I want to put all the surround back in. So I want to have a quick look at how I'm going to be doing that today as well. So I'm just going to go and grab a bit of the slate that we got to see what it looks like, and then hopefully try and start building the fireplace back up around it. Let's go ahead and have a look. So this is slate that was on around the other fireplaces in the living kitchen room area. We've also got another big piece of this outside, so I'm going to be reusing this if I can. If it means I've got to cut it up into like a tile size, quite a big tile size, then I'll do that. Now I'm just going to go outside quickly and measure up the one I've got outside, because this one, as you can see, you might not be able to see it, but there is a big chunk of it missing in the corner. I think I did save it, so I'm just going to go and have a look. Yeah, I did. I saved it, so we can clean that up. That'll look great, and we get that stuck back on. Let me just go outside. I'm just going to quickly go outside and look at the other piece that we got as well. Now around the edges, we're going to tile that possibly. So let me just go outside quickly. Right, this is the other piece that was sitting outside. So I'm just going to have a quick look at putting this on there. This one we can have overhanging a little bit if we need to. Let me go ahead and drop this one in there. Again, this is all just experimental that I'm doing at the moment. Oh yeah. I might be able to get away with cutting that piece off. That's way too far over. Let me just slide this back a minute. And this back. I want it overlapping a little bit. Come this way a bit. Yep. I can still go in a bit more. That's good. Yeah, that's going to work out lovely. That will work out lovely. Right, I'm just going to go and get the surround bit of the fireplace quickly. I might not be speaking to you so much to the camera because I've got to try and concentrate. So concentrating on doing this and talking to you can sometimes get a bit much. So I'll just leave you recording while I carry on doing this. Yeah, what I'm going to do is cut this bit out of here, cut this off at the bottom so it's all nice and straight, and then get that put in. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But I think what I might do is put the slates down first and then build this up on top of it. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Well, afternoon everyone. Bit of a late start today. We had to go out and buy some materials and bits and pieces. Also go and send off direct debit forms for the electric company that we've chosen to go with. Now that all that is done, hopefully we get electric connected pretty soon. Right, what we're going to be doing today then for the rest of the afternoon is I'm going to continue on fitting this fireplace ready for when the stove comes. Right, I might not be doing too much talking through this because I just want to get on with it, but I will put you on a time lapse as well as we're going along. Now I'm just going to go ahead now and carry on doing this fireplace. Right, I've decided not to use this surround here. The surround I'm going to be using instead is from the fireplace that was in the kitchen area, living room area, because it's a much nicer one as well. And that one we did break a bit on the bottom. Now I'm going to, so the plan is to try and use this one, but obviously we're going to have to do some modifications to it as well. Now I'm just going to do a bit of a chop in here and chop in there just to make it fit, which I'm going to get the grinder out now and cut a few bits off of this. Feet stuck. Morning everyone. It's a very early start today. I had to cut short doing the fireplace yesterday because the guys turned up to do the scraping back, ready to put the driveway in. Now let me just go ahead and show you what they've done so far. Here we go. See, they're scraping it all back, ready to put the drive in. They're also levelling off the ground at the top as well for me, just grading all that in for me. Hopefully today they get most of it done. What they have said they'll do is stone this side of it first, so we can move the motorhome over to this side, and then they'll move over to do the other side. So it's going to be quite a wide drive, which is what we wanted. So it's going to go as close to the fence line as possible and come right the way down to the end of this dig here, which was the mess that I made trying to find the driveway that was here, which was really non-existent really. There's a few stone but it weren't that great. So we're literally going to end it around here, so then it goes all the way back to the gate area and out that way a bit, and then obviously they're going to put a pathway in along here for me as well. I'm also going to ask them to leave some stone for me for some other projects. Right, I'm going to go and carry on cleaning up a bit inside the cottage because I left it in a right mess yesterday, and then when these guys come back I'll put you on a time lapse with these guys. Morning everyone, it's another early start again. We've got Digger John coming back again today, but he's asked me to move the motorhome today. Let me just go ahead and show you what he's done so far. Right, so as you can see, he's now put a load of stone down ready for us to put the motorhome on, so we can continue doing some digging and laying stone on that side. Now that's going to be my job this morning, which I think is going to be a little bit of a challenge because we got a feeling we're stuck there. Now let's go ahead and see what happens when we move this motorhome. Okay, so we've now moved the motorhome. I didn't really film all of it because we had to wait for John the digger to get here because we were completely stuck. So he helped pull us out of the the mud there, and we've now moved it over. I'll show you where we are. We're now over there. What I'll do now is I'll set up the camera now to film them for the rest of the day on a time lapse for you. Right, morning everyone. The guy doing the driveway for me has now finished. So let me go and spin you around and show you what he's done. I'm really happy with it. So let me just give you a show. Here we go. So we've had some 801 laid down. Quite a big area we've had put down. I've also gone ahead and started putting some fencing up, just so we can stop the dogs from going over onto the muddy section over there. And I'm going to be putting a gate so we can get over there, which I'm going to be doing that today, hopefully. Now, I didn't film it because it was absolutely chucking down with rain. I didn't want to ruin my camera. So now that's what I've done so far, as you can see. Now what I'm going to be doing is putting a gate around here. I've got a couple of posts in already to put a little gate in that I'm going to be making. I've yet to finish all the fencing. Now that's area over there on the grass. We're going to get some chickens and put in there. We're going to get a chicken coop and put in there, and of course with it being fenced off, it'll stop the dogs from harassing them as well. Now, to put it in concept on how large this is that we've put down, is it took 150 ton of stone, so that is quite a bit of stone. I did also get an extra 20 ton for myself for other projects. Now also what I'm going to be doing as well is I'm going to, sorry for doing all this walking around because I'm thinking as I'm going along. Now, what I'm also going to be doing, I think, is putting that metal shed out down here along the fence line here, and we're going to use it like a workshop instead of a storage, because I don't think that metal shed's going to cut it for storing all our goods from the UK. It might be big enough, but watertight, I'm not sure. So we're just going to make it into like a little temporary workshop out the front here, and then eventually move it round to the back. So what we've decided to do is strip out a couple of the bedrooms, get all the plasterboard off the walls, see what the walls are like, and then probably store all our stuff inside the house, because we haven't got a lot, because most of it we sold and gave away. Right, so that's going to be my plan for today is to finish off this fencing, get the gate up, and possibly start building the shed as well. I will try and film it all depending on the weather, because I really don't want to ruin my camera. And also what I need to do as well at some point is finish off laying some stone outside our gate as well, because this is a bit of a mess out here, and I really need to clean it up. Now, we have been in contact with the council because it is a council owned road, and if I show you down here, it is just pure mud and water, and right down the bottom it's flooded, but we're not allowed to do anything with it because it's a council road. So hopefully they'll come out and sort this out for us. Now, Sean the farmer and his mum have also been in contact with the council as well to get it sorted. I will try and scrape some of this back because it is just pure sludge, because it's constantly being used now. So hopefully they do come out and do something about it. Now, I will lay a little bit of stone out here as well, just for deliveries and stuff. So we'll see what happens. Ollie, come on. Bloody dogs running in the bloody mud all the time. Disgusting. That's why we fenced that off. It's bad because it upsets Marie, because it all gets inside the motorhome because they get covered. But it can't be helped at the moment. Okay, so that's going to be it for this week, but before I go, I'd like to do some shout outs and some thank yous. So the first thank you is going to be to Ben and Dawn at the Corner House project. Thank you very much for all your advice that you've been giving us, and have a great Christmas. So the second one is Building a Nest Island. I really appreciate the shout out that you gave to us last week. Thank you very much, and again to you, have a really great Christmas. So the third one's going to be Man versus House. And hi to Digger James. Have both of you have a great Christmas as well. Right, and also have a great Christmas to all our subscribers as well, and thank you to all our new subscribers. Oh, I almost forgot. Before we go, I've got a little treat for you all, which I find is quite amusing, is Marie attempting to drive the mini digger. Now, I found it absolutely hilarious, so I hope you do as well. So, once again, I'll see you soon. Bye, and enjoy the video.